We're pleased to be joined by Steven Gorelick, who is Executive Director of New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission. Steve, good to have you with us.
My pleasure to be here.
Tell everyone what the commission is and why it matters.
We have been around since 1978, and we promote the film and television industry here in New Jersey. It matters because we're looking to create jobs here and to create economic benefit for the state and to make the state an exciting place to be.
Yeah, by the way, pre-COVID, we're doing this at the end of 2020. It'll be seen after that. Pre-COVID, the trail of the Chicago 7, saw it. Great stuff. Filmed in New Jersey, right?
It was filmed in New Jersey, and you know what? It was very pleasing to me because it's the first Philip Roth novel that actually filmed in Philip Roth land, and I was waiting for that to happen. We were delighted about it.
Yeah, The Plot Against America, HBO, right? That's the one, but also the trail of the Chicago 7, also Joker. Joker, really? Was the Joker in Newark?
Joker filmed in Newark and Jersey City.
Yeah.
And
go ahead. I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah, they filmed the big sequences towards the end, well, throughout the movie. Big, like that climactic scene was filmed in Newark, and then they did some very big scenes in Jersey City, and they used it to represent New York as they envisioned it, sort of like in the 70s.
Let me ask you, how has COVID impacted the work of the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission in attracting films, television, to the state?
Well, we were going great guns since 1978 when the since 2018, since the tax credit came into effect, which leveled the playing field.
By the way, explain to folks what that is. We're talking about the Film and Digital Media Tax Credit Program.
Right.
What is that program?
It's a program that provides tax credits to production companies filming in the state if they meet certain qualifications. And the idea is to promote more filmmaking here so that we gain employment, economic development, people spending money here, and create the growth of permanent infrastructure. And when, New Jersey has all the advantages. I mean, we have the locations and we have the talent pool is second to none. The cooperation has been fantastic. But once we level the playing field, because prior to that, you had, Pennsylvania with $70 million a year in tax credits. You had New York with almost $420 million a year in tax credits. You had Connecticut on cap. So it was really a little bit, the playing field needed to be leveled. Once the legislature and Governor Murphy did that, it opened the floodgates. To give you an example, prior to 2018, when the tax credit began, we were getting about $67 million a year in revenue for New Jersey from filmmaking. In the first full year of the tax credit, 2019, it jumped to $420 million. In answer to your question about the pandemic, yes, it brought the production industry to a halt around the world, but it was only temporary. Yeah, for half a year, the industry had closed down just about everywhere, and we had, just some very small production shooting here, but they're back in full force right now.
Steven, let me ask you this. The folks at the New Jersey Economic Development Authority and also Choose New Jersey very committed to attracting, keeping film and television activity here. It's big business for the state. How important is it that government and quasi-government entities like Choose New Jersey are really committed to this whole area? Because you can't do it alone.
Well, the important thing is that the most important thing, it's great to have a tax credit, but if you don't have cooperation from the state, from the government entities, then you're dead in the water. It's nice to be able to attract them with a tax credit, but you've got to be able to get the cooperation from the cities and the towns. And certainly the state has helped us with that. Choose New Jersey, all those organizations, and the cooperation here is extraordinary. Today, as we speak right now in Newark, they're shooting scenes from the CBS TV series The Equalizer. They've closed down Washington Street. They're doing stunts there and such, and without the cooperation of the mayor, Mayor Barack has been fantastic amongst the many mayors we work with, and that's the kind of cooperation you get here in New Jersey that you don't get everywhere in the country.
I got about 30 seconds left. It is, yes, I know, because we have a lot in Montclair, my hometown. Yes, it can be disruptive in the neighborhood. We get all that. But the advantages far outweigh whatever inconvenience, if you want to call it that. Is that a fair assessment? I don't know how to promote what you're doing, but it seems logical to me.
I think it's a very fair assessment. You're talking about one TV series can film here 22 episodes or 16 episodes or whatever and spend 50, $60 million in the state during one season. I mean, they're spending money, they're required to spend the money here in order to get a tax credit. So all the merchants are getting it, all the employment is shot up.
I got to have lunch somewhere. And listen, Steven Gorelick, I want to thank you, the Executive Director, New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission. Steven, I want to thank you, all the best. And we'll keep watching film and television made right here in the Garden State. I'm Steve Adubato. You got it. We'll catch you next time.
Think Tank with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, Valley Bank, the Turrell Fund, supporting Reimagine Childcare, PSC&G, the Russell Berry Foundation, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Johnson & Johnson, and by Caldwell University. Promotional support provided by NJ.com and by bestofnj.com.
In the fabric of America, they are the toughest threads. One of the first things they learned was the code that every service member lives by. Leave no one behind. Now all of us need to live by it too, because some veterans are being left behind. 20 of them take their own lives every day. Learn how to be there for a veteran at BeThereForVeterans.com. Honor the code. Be there. Leave no one behind.